Hello everyone, it's me, that Yugioh player. Welcome back to my next deck profile. This is a reimagining of my old deck profile back in November with branded Chimera. And I brought it back with newer support, post Legacy of Destruction, nothing really new in the Infinite Forbidden. But here it is, I can't wait to show you it. So I hope you like this video. Start with main deck. We start with the newer cards, so we have the 1 copy of Day of Battlestar, the original Sin Keeper, and the 3 Nightmare Apprentice. These are the new illusion cards. So the original Sin is like a walk-in anti-spell fragments kind of style with traps and spells that your opponent has to set first before activating. And our quick effect is just pop 1 card in your field and 1 card in their field. So like a DPE style. She can also be special summoned in many different ways. The normal special summoning is if you have a sinful spell card in the graveyard, but there's with the illusion stuff, with the Chimera stuff, there's other ways to reborn it with the Teo and the Gazelle and so on and so forth. Next we have Nightmare Apprentice. Nightmare Apprentice is another really good illusion monster. It also gets you into more illusion plays. It can't be destroyed by battle. Meanwhile, this one can. It's kind of weird, but it makes sense. Why? Because our Walking Cosmo not getting destroyed by battle. Kind of insane. Or an opponent card, too, because, illusions can't die. Same for your opponents when they're attacking it or when it's attacking. She's like a little bit of the Day of Battlestar effect. You just got to send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard to special summon this, and you can actually search 1 illusion monster, which is pretty neat. Next is the usual is the 3 copies of Sword Knight, which is a quick effect to, tribute itself to special summon 1 monster that mentions Chimera Fusion. And it's also, while you're controlling the Chimera, the 5 mystical beasts, it's a monster negation. Next we have Coddle, which is this card searches a illusion monster, and it's also a target armor negate, which is really cool. Next, we have 3 copies of Gazelle, which searches you a Fiend or Chimera Fusion. And if it's been used as a fusion material, you get to add a illusion monster. And Big Wing Baphomet, which searches when it's special summon, you can search a level 4 beast and Chimera Fusion or one or other. And once it's been used as a fusion material, you can reborn any monster from your graveyard, which is pretty cool. Or really, not any monster, but illusion monsters, but still pretty neat. And we play the 1 Teo, which is if it's been used as a material or sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target 1 of your cards and special summon it, or illusion monster and special summon it. Which this is like the new rate. It actually works pretty good and it's very neat to each other. It's just this is pretty much like your dead card, but it's not really dead if you actually have this in your hand too, because you could just normal summon and summon Chimera or search for Chimera Fusion. But the idea is just not to draw the level 5 Big Wing, but if you'd be fine if you draw it to this, your Coddle, or your Sword Knight. And of course, we do play the 2 Chimera Fusions. I used to play 3, but it clogs up too much. Plus, if you have the Mystical Beast on your field in graveyard, you can decide to see your hand. So I think playing 2 is just fine as it is right now. Next part, I am playing 2 Lubers, 1 Kit, 2 Fallen Albazes, 3 branded openings, and 3 branded fusions. So the Lubers in your kit are your branded fusion searchers. Because with this deck, when I first time played it originally, I never played the kit or the Lubers and the branded openings. And the only way to get to my branded fusion is to hard draw it, which never came up. And I was just been mainly just felt like I've been playing Chimera. And Chimera wasn't that good back in November because it didn't have the newer support. But with the new additions I've been adding, it works perfectly because your Luber searches your branded spell and trap. Your Spring Kid searches your spell and traps, but you got to put a card back on the top of your deck or bottom of your deck. Branded Opening's a non-cost discard to special summon your branded card or Fallen Abbas. Branded Fusion. Fallen Abbas is like a super poly that uses him of material and 1 monster on your opponent's field. And Kit's really good too because it's a beast and it can be searched from your Baphomet too, which is really cool. So if you don't want to search your Gazelle, you can search Kit. Next, I do play an interesting part. I think it works really well. It helps me out with the combos and sets up for next turn. I play like a Bestial package, so I play 2 Lebellion, 1 Druid Swarm, 1 Magnemite, and 1 Sanier. That includes a spell and trap. I think it works really well, to be honest, because when you use Brand Infusion, you can fuse your Lebellion and your Brand in your Fallen Albas to summon out Albion, and pretty much go different ways. And how you end it, you can have Lebellion on the field with your Branded Lost and Branded Beast or Branded Regain on the field. And Branded Beast is a while you control Bestial to be a dragon, pop 1 card on the field. So you have an interruption already. And plus, with Lebellion discard, you can search one of those 3 Bestials if you're playing a deck that plays heavily on lights and darks. These are your favorites. Regain, pretty much if a card gets banished, it puts it in the bottom of the deck and you draw 1 card. Opponent specials normal, so you can special summon any of the Bestials, which is great. Next, I play 3 Drolls, which actually it works very, very well. It's super strong. I think with this format, I think Droll is probably better than Ash Blossom in my opinion. It's testing it out and it's working really well. I could put more hand traps, but I just don't want to make it too big. And maybe if I want to take out some cards and put more in, I don't know yet. Next, I play Goddess. It's for Dragoon play. That's it. Nothing to see here. Next, I played 2 copies of Super Poly and 1 copy of Callby. It's just, Callby is the strongest quick spell card in the game. Kind of want this card to be back at 2, maybe, I don't know. And Super Poly, since this is a heavy fusion deck, you got some Super Poly targets ready for action and breaking boards. All right, next is the extra deck. So I'm playing the 1 copy of Mirror Jade, 1 copy of Lebellion, 2 Albions, Brimbarum, and I'm going to count this as a branded card because why not? And the 1 copy of Dragoon. This is where I go with Albion. I'd say is the goated card because you send Lebellion and a Fallen Albas and pretty much bring this guy out by infusion, a Dark and Fallen Albas, bring those back to put the Mirror Jade. And while you have Albion on the field, you tribute the Lebellion to special summon himself. Place the branded spell and trap on the field. Then on the end phase, you can search for another branded fusion to set up for next play. Or if you want to summon out Dragoon, you put this out with Goddess and Fallen Albas, put him out, and put Goddess and Fallen Albas to get Dragoon. Just letting you know, it's going to have you can't pop any cards because it needs to be normal monsters, so a Dark Magician or Red Eyes. Since I'm not accessing either of those, it will not work for the popping, but hey, you're going to have 1 negate. Non-targetable, can't be destroyed by a card effect. So, sorry about that. Striking Dragon, very strong card. If a card from the extra deck, including Ritual Monster, uses effect, is a negation and it bounces a card, which is pretty strong. And while it's in the graveyard, you can special summon either Fallen Albas or himself. Special summon and the other one goes to get banished. So, yeah. Enough to see there. And, Mirror Jade is just to dump a monster that mentions Fallen Albas as a fusion and is a non-target banish. Next is pretty much the Chimera plays. It is the 1 Magnemite, 1 Baphomet, the Chimera, the King Phantom Beast, Chimera Illusion Beast for OTKs, and 2 Guardian Chimeras. I've been thinking about maybe putting this down to 1 and play another Super Poly target. It's pretty much depends on how many you use in the field or use on the hand. You draw that X amount of cards. So you use 2 in hand, 1 on field. Draw 2, pop 1, 2 on field, and 1 in hand. Pop 2, draw 1. Illusion. It's pretty much what you got to use the Chimera King or the Chimera King with illusions, and how many illusions you use. You can attack that many times on the first hit. Since they're illusions, you won't die. But after the first hit, that monster will be permanently negated and go to 0, and then you swing like 3 more times and go for the win. That's your like pretty much your OTK right there. Phantom Beast rips a card at an end phase. During your opponent's main phase and battle phase, it can banish itself to special summon any beast, illusion, or fiend monster. Burn is the opposite. You banish it, but instead of from graveyard, you target one of your banished beast, fiend, and king illusion and special summon. Pretty much you can bring this back if you want to, if you got banished, or your Kotal or anything else, or your Mirror Sword Knight, because Mirror Sword Knight and Kotal gets banished from, because it has negation effects. So pretty much you want to banish it, bring it back, go for it. But you gotta remind yourself, because I'm playing one of each, so I don't know, maybe bring each other back. I don't know. It's just next, I have Magnum the Retriever. It's pretty much I call this a Chimera fusion monster, because you use one in hand and one monster came from the extra deck. It's a banish a fusion card to pop a card, quick effect, and when special summon, you put a fusion card in the bottom of the deck and draw one card, which is cool. Next is my super poly targets. Again, I'm thinking about maybe dropping one Chimera, Guardian Chimera, and play another super poly target, but as right now, this is what I'm playing. Which is one copy of Mud Dragon King of the Swamp, Predator Dragon Sopalia, and Grinix. Nothing to see here. This is like pretty much your super poly for Tempai, Darks, and Fusion, heavy decks, and this card. This is but yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. It's quicker and quicker because I understand how to do deck profiles now instead of doing like 20 minutes. And yeah, I hope you like the deck profile. I've been really enjoying it a lot. It's a really strong deck. It can die and it can get hit by it can survive a few hand traps, but not all the hand traps. But yeah, I hope you like this video. Hopefully we'll make another deck profile. Will be sometime late future, because again, I'm looking for a job. And right now I'm just working with my dad, and I'm still doing the stuff I love, hanging out with my Yu-Gi-Oh friends, playing locals, and just having fun. Anyway, I hope you enjoy your night, and I'll see you next time, and enjoy your rest of your weekend and the upcoming weeks. Later.